Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at 10 weird restaurants you won't believe actually exist. Some of these restaurants are so cool and I'd actually really like to go to some of them, but some of these are so weird, and if you guys live anywhere near them, I suggest you keep well away. Please drop a like if you enjoy. Let's aim for 4,000 likes on this video because it really does help me out. So coming in at number 10, we have Toilet Restaurant. Now when you go to most restaurants and the waiter sits you by the toilet, you're usually pretty pissed off. But at this restaurant, every seat is by the toilet. The restaurant is called Modern Toilet and it's in a city called Taipei in Taiwan. You sit on a toilet as a chair while you eat, and instead of bowls, plates and cups, you have different sized toilets to eat out of. The walls are all made out of bathroom tiles and the lights are made out of shower heads. Damn, that sounds like something a trendy hipster cafe would do. Anyway, if that stuff isn't weird enough, the drinks are served in small urinals. I know a lot of people say apple juice looks like piss, so I guess that would be the perfect drink to have at this place. And you guys are probably thinking the only people who go there want fun or novelty or whatever, but this place is actually really popular even with local people, not just tourists. That food better be good, seeing as you have to eat it out of a toilet. Oh, and according to my stats, a lot of you guys live in Los Angeles, and apparently there's a copycat restaurant there called the Magic Restroom Cafe, which also does this. So if you guys are in the area and get a crave for shit, then... Would you guys eat out of a toilet? Have you already? Let me know in the comments. Here's some clips of the toilet restaurant. So coming up next is Condom Restaurant. So you're probably thinking, how can you make a restaurant themed around condoms? Well, it's really simple. Step 1, be insane. Step 2, buy a restaurant, and step 3, buy a shit ton of condoms. Anyway, all jokes aside, there's a restaurant in Thailand called Cabbages and Condoms. What a name. They do pretty normal Taiwanese food, but the only weird thing is that there's condoms absolutely everywhere. They have dresses on mannequins made from condoms, lamps made from condoms, and even lights made out of condoms. When you go into the restaurant, there's even a sign that translates to food guaranteed not to get you pregnant. That's such a relief because I went into McDonald's the other day, I woke up and I was pregnant. In fact, guys, that's how I was born. My mum got some food from McDonald's, she took a nap, and when she woke up, she was pregnant. That's right, guys, my dad is a hamburger. But anyway, this is definitely one of the most awkward restaurants to go to with your family. Another weird thing this place does is that instead of those doggy bags you get when you can't finish your food, instead they put it in one giant condom. I don't think I'd want to eat it after it being in a condom. Also, you know those free mints they give out after meals? Well, can you guess what they give out in this place? Chocolate. Nah, I'm just kidding. Obviously condoms. But yeah, this is definitely a restaurant I would probably not want to go to. Here's a few clips of the Condom Restaurant. So coming up next is Gun Restaurant. So this one is such a controversial restaurant and you guys will probably understand why. Basically in Colorado in America, a restaurant opened up in 2014 called Buns and Guns. And as the name suggests, this is a restaurant just like any other, except while in most, waiters and waitresses probably carry a notepad, some drinks, well in this place they carry guns. That's right, all of the staff at this place are required to carry a loaded gun at all times. But seriously, the people who own this place didn't always theme their restaurant around guns, but after 1 month of being open, a guy was shot and killed right outside the restaurant. And the owners say if they made their waiters carry guns, this would never happen again. The staff are all trained on how to use a gun and they even do target practice every single month. So if a customer gets angry about slow service, then... Anyway, this place is so controversial and so many people want to get it shut down because they say it's not safe. I'm not going to give my opinion because I don't live in America and I don't know all of the details, but whatever your views are, you have to admit this is one really weird restaurant. Oh, and guys, try not to get into too many arguments about gun laws in the comments. So coming up next is Naked Restaurant. So this is one you guys have probably been expecting just for the simple fact that somebody somewhere must have made a naked restaurant. I mean, come on, this is the 21st century. We have naked airlines, naked theme parks, so why not a restaurant too? Anyway, this one is actually really local to me. It's in London and it's this place called Bunyadi, which is London's first and only naked restaurant. And most people I assume would be like, fuck that, why do I want to go to a restaurant naked? Think of all the things that could go wrong. You could spill hot soup on your skin. It'd be really awkward if you were eating with your family, or if you see a hot waitress and, well, you know. But I assumed wrong. It seems like a lot of people want to go here because they have a waiting list of 46,000 people. When the head chef, who is also the owner, got asked why he wanted people to be naked, he said so people could concentrate on the food and try new things. Okay, next time you watch one of my videos, make sure you guys get naked so you can concentrate. I mean, what relevance does being naked have to try new food? Wait a minute, I think this guy just invented the world's best job. Girls literally pay hundreds of dollars for you to see them naked. Anyway, here's a clip of somebody talking about why they like the restaurant so much.
It's not only about being naked, it's a
And next up is Rude Restaurant. So if you guys are easily offended, then this might not be the restaurant for you. At this place in America called Dick's Last Resort, the staff are purposely rude to you. And you guys might be like, what's the point of that? I don't want some guy calling me a fucking idiot when I go out to eat. Well, some people actually really like this and they like coming back at the waiters. I feel kind of bad for these waiters because people are actually really rude back to them. But yeah, this one is kind of gimmicky and the only people who really go there are tourists. I can just imagine someone coming in and not knowing the staff is supposed to be rude and getting into a massive fight with a waiter. I mean, if I worked there, there's no way I'd be rude if someone like this walked in. Fuck that shit. But if you guys get triggered easily... Anyway, if you guys like having a bit of banter with your waiter, then I suggest you pay this place a visit. Anyway, here's some clips of the restaurant. It's actually really funny.
Thanks. I'm really dry. I roll my eyes all the time. I give them a hard time. Lady down there, what are you drinking?
To eat off of me, even though the money might speak otherwise.
You got it. Anything for you. It's your world. I just live in it.
So next up is Dark Restaurant, and this is another one in London that I've never heard of. Damn, I need to leave the house more. Anyway, this place is called Dance Le Noir, which is French for in the night. And what's weird about this place is that there's no light or windows anywhere. Even watches and phones are banned, so there's no light at all. The owner says he wants people to concentrate on how the food tastes rather than on how it looks. I guess that's just an excuse to serve shitty looking food that tastes good. But I mean, if it tastes good, I don't really care about the presentation. But even so, I can see so much stuff going wrong here. I mean, how do you even see your knife and fork for that matter? Anyway, here's some absolutely amazing footage of the restaurant. So coming up next is Naked Staff Restaurant.
But hang on a minute, I thought we already had this one.
Well, okay, this one is kind of similar to the one before, but in this one, the people eating don't have to be naked, but the staff do. This is a Swedish restaurant called Venus, where the staff walk around with nothing on at all. In these photos, they are wearing a little bit, because it was for a newspaper and they wouldn't publish a fully naked person, but even so, these girls are wearing almost nothing. The interesting thing about this place is that even though it's full of naked women, the main people who go there are actually women.
Are you a lesbian?
And I know I said the people eating don't have to be naked, but they can if they want to, and if they do, they get a free drink. In fact, all you have to do is go topless. In my opinion, that's kind of unfair for the women, but good if you're a man. To be honest, I wouldn't want someone who's naked touching up my food. And I know I'm gonna get a load of comments saying, #Charlie is gay. But seriously, I prefer it when the people who are serving my food have clothes on. So coming up next is Death Restaurant. Now, if any of you guys are emos or whatever, this might be a place you want to go. This place is in Ahmedabad in India and it's called New Lucky Restaurant. And the reason it's called that is because it's built in an old Muslim cemetery. Well, not that old, because there's literally graves around the tables where you eat. And yeah, that's also the reason it's called New Lucky Restaurant. Wait, isn't that supposed to mean it's cursed, not lucky? Anyway, at times, people can't even find a table and they have to eat on one of the graves. How do you guys feel about eating next to a grave? Because it's so old, the bodies are all decomposed, so it's not like there's actually bodies decaying right next to you. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind too much, but I guess it is still kind of creepy. But anyway, guys, I hear the food is to die for. Yeah, here's a few clips of the restaurant. So coming up next is Twin Restaurant. Now this one is weird, but also pretty cool to be honest. As you might have guessed by the name of this one, all of the people who work here are identical twins. And to mess with your head even more, all of the twins have to wear the exact same clothes. This one is located in Moscow in Russia and is actually one of the most popular bars in Moscow. And people come here from all over the world, not just to drink there, but also to work there. The owner was inspired by the movie The Kingdom of Crooked Mirrors. And if you guys haven't heard of that, that's because it's a Russian movie. Anyway, there's a lot of twins in it and he wanted to recreate it, I guess. To be honest, I think the owner might be a little bit insane. Yeah, here's some clips of the Twin Restaurant.
Меня зовут Вика и Ника.
And coming up last on this list is Ninja Restaurant. Now I know I said the Twin Restaurant was the coolest on this list, but I take that back. This one is way cooler. This place is a ninja themed restaurant in New York and it's called Ninja New York. Wow, that's almost as generic as my channel name. Anyway, these guys make really fancy Japanese food, and while they make it, they have ninja style entertainment for you to watch. They use a lot of fire and they do some pretty crazy tricks. Oh, and there's so many knife tricks, like too many. But yeah, if you guys are really rich and live in New York, then you might want to try this place out. Just be careful not to get fucking murdered by these guys. Here's a few little videos of the Ninja Restaurant.
I love being ninja because I get to do craziest things. I just continue to do my job and give the customers a good time. I like to entertain them. Sometimes I like to scare them a little bit.
And that just about wraps up this video. Check out the poll in the top right corner and you guys can vote for the restaurant that you want to go to the most. For me, it was the Rouge restaurant because of how triggered people got. But as always, thank you guys for watching. Sorry if my voice was a little bit messed up because my voice is completely dead today. But even so, leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe.